I'm with Toby Burrows from Testec Automotive and EV. Please tell us about your history with cars, Toby.
So I've been in the automotive industry for around 28 years. About 20 years ago, I went with a local Volkswagen approved dealer. So I was master technician for Volkswagen, Seat and Skoda. Also their advanced technology specialist and their EV specialist. 2014, September. I took the jump into Tesla, took a bit of a leap of faith. A lot of people thought I was mad at the time. Started there as a technician at the Gatwick site as a newly opened location in October of 2014. And then over those 9 years that I was with Tesla, I had various different roles from senior technician, workshop foreman, assistant manager, and some remote roles as well. When I left Tesla in October 2023, I was service manager and had been for 2 years.
So you were kind of, not an early adopter exactly, but you were interested in EVs very, very early on.
Yes, from around about 2012 when Volkswagen started talking about that he was going to go in that direction and they started giving me the training. I felt that that was the direction that the industry was going to go, but I felt the Volkswagen Group in general were going a bit too slow. So when I saw the opportunity to work with Tesla, I took that opportunity.
Engineering-wise or technician-wise, what qualifications do you have?
Well, qualifications, obviously the standard industry, MVQ and Sitting Guilds qualifications. Many courses and qualifications within the Tesla environment, but nothing that is actually IMI approved as yet. I am looking to do that because I do feel it's an industry standard that everyone certainly within the HEVA environment and the EV environment are looking for. And I am in talks with the local college at the moment to get dates to get that level 3 and level 4 done.
So what was it like being the first technician at Tesla?
Scary. It was very, very early days in the diagnosis and diagnostic side of things. It was very raw. Everything was on an Excel spreadsheet. I was the only person in the workshop at Gatwick for about 4 months. And then at that point, I had some previous colleagues from the old employment that they came across with us as well. So there was a total of 4 of us from a different garage.
Why did you start Testec, Automotive and EV?
I felt that obviously the time was right that I was to leave Tesla. I was obviously looking at other opportunities. I was approached by other EV companies to do some senior roles, but I felt that now was the time that I always wanted my own garage and workshop, and if I was going to do it, I needed to do it now. It would never happen.
Are you happy to cover all brands of EVs or would you prefer to specialise?
I'm already starting to work on the likes of Renault Zoes and Kias and as such, as well as obviously Teslas behind. That obviously with my 9 years knowledge of within that environment, obviously I can specialise in them a little bit more because of my experience with them.
Why should an EV driver come to you rather than a main dealer?
Experience. From my short time being in the third-party environment, I've noticed that a lot of garages are not interested in EVs. They actually turn the work away. That was another reason why I took this opportunity. And I feel that with the experience that I've already got day in, day out working with EVs or around EVs, that the knowledge that I've obtained in those 9 years is potentially better than most other garages that are currently out there working on EVs, I'd like to think.
Obviously, starting up your own workshop is a big deal. It's a lot of expense. So please tell us about the sort of equipment you have purchased.
I've got a fully fledged diagnostic equipment that will connect to any EV. That was several £1,000s on its own. I've got the aircon machines that are both gases, and also I've got isolation meters, etc. I'm looking to have geo equipment. It's currently on order. At the present moment of time, it is just laser equipment rather than full Bluetooth digital equipment that I'm currently using, but it's still very accurate.
So the equipment behind you, I guess that's called a 2-post lift?
Yes.
I take it for granted that's big enough to handle a Tesla
Yes,
Model
this
X.
is a 4-ton lift, so it's no problem at all. The only thing I will need to do in the future when it comes to dropping batteries, on all EVs, I will need a different 2-post lift that hasn't got the bar in the middle, and also a lift to remove the battery out of the vehicles as well, that you can wheel around.
What are the warranty implications of you working on a car that's still in warranty?
My understanding is that as long as I use genuine parts There should be no issues with the warranty side of things, but obviously it is down to the discretion of the manufacturer, and that would be a question that you'd need to ask your local dealer if there is an issue on the warranty side of things when it comes to servicing and maintenance.
Will repairing EVs outside of warranty cause you with any particular challenges?
No, I don't think there will be, to be honest, as long as I've got the equipment to do so.
What sort of tasks can you carry out via your mobile service?
Very similar to what Tesla would offer. Things like door handles, wheel swaps, service items, minimal diagnostics as well. That's what I'm currently offering, so I'll go to a customer and actually pre-do any work that's required diagnostic-wise, so then I can spec any parts that I need, and if needs be, go back out to that customer, or they come into the workshop here if it's something that's more extensive.
How much do you charge per hour?
£80 plus VAT when it comes to the EV side of the business.
What would you say to Sussex EV members who are thinking about making the change to electric vehicles, but a bit nervous about making the jump?
From my experience, the benefits from having an EV are huge when it comes to obviously tax implications for one, obviously the fueling of the vehicle, or the energy and the cost of that as well. Yes, it has gone up, but it's still nowhere near fueled vehicles or ICE vehicles. The market is good at the moment when it comes to used prices as well.
How do you think battery electric vehicles will progress over the next 5 years?
They'll only get better. I mean, obviously I've been in the environment for the last 9. I've seen a huge jump in efficiency when it comes to battery technology. The price of the batteries as well. When I started back in 2014, a Model S 85 kilowatt pack was around about €40,000. I think currently now, brand new, it's around about 18. So it's under half already in those 9 years. Again, especially with Tesla, they work very differently in the way that they constantly evolve their vehicles, and they work much more like a technology company than they do an automotive company. And from one month to the next, you might have something that's completely different than the way it works. But yeah, certainly on the battery side of things, that's where it's, and the range and the efficiency of the vehicles.
There's been a lot of speculation in the press about electric vehicles catching fire. What sort of words of reassurance can you offer to Sussex EV drivers?
From my experience, and obviously with the Tesla environment, I've never seen a vehicle myself have a thermal runaway. Something that's highlighted in the press a lot, but I think unjustified. The vehicles are very intelligent, and they will tell you if there is a problem. From my experience, anything that has normally happened is actually because of external influence that's caused the thermal runaway, rather than it naturally doing it on its own accord.
Where do you see Testec being in 5 years' time?
It's very early days and still in its infancy, but I would like to think that it's a much bigger garage, possibly a new premises with 4 or 5 ramps, much more equipment that we can cater and assist the customer base that's in the area.
What is the best way to contact you and find out more about Testec?
I've got social media and a website. Also, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, where there is a business page. I do have mobile number, landline number on that, and also an email address of service@testecauto.com. That's possibly the best way, because then everything's documented, and I can get back to you at my convenience, because I am very busy working on vehicles.
Toby, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.